Hello there, everyone. Sorry, the mic is not, not in my place. All right, then again. Pretend you didn't hear anything. Hello there, everyone. My name is Kiray and I'm your host and your voice here to entertain you and may or may not have no idea what I'm doing. And yes, I have increased my speed of my opening and let me zoom myself a little bit. Hi there, Soggy. Oh, vacations. Oh, hope you have fun over there. I rarely can go out, but yeah, vacation is fun. Especially if you are going to a place you want to go the most too. Let's play some music. And I think everything is going great right now. This is the first time I didn't run into that much of a technical issues when I start streaming. I guess I'm getting better at using this dual PC setup. Woke up pretty late. Have a dream. A very realistic dream. Maybe I play a little bit too much 7 Days to Die with my friends. It's a dream that is almost like a hopeful blast story. I won't go too much into the detail because the more I go on, the more different it would become. I want to keep it in my brain. Just the long story short is, I was on a surgery table, or experimental surgery table, and I was almost diagonally, not diagonally, it's more like cut from the side. It's like chopped off like a watermelon and open it up. They did some experimental stuff on me, and then afterward it's basically turning me into zombies. And I was like, oh, and I saw everything happening on third person view. I was like, whoa. I don't watch a lot of horror movies, so I don't know why my brain got the information to render those kind of things to me. You only can dream what you've seen and what you've learned so far. So it's really my brain is just that creative. Hi, Creamy. Alright, have fun with your gaming sessions. Usually at nighttime I also play games with my friends only. Morning time, this is my morning time, my working time. And once I finish my working, afternoon, if I got something I can do edit on video, I would do some edit on video and then post them at nighttime, and then went ahead and start playing with my friends. Yesterday I do want to edit some video too about my yesterday practice. Frog and Savior, George the 13th. Yes, I actually want to edit 2 clips. One is George the 13th, the Frog and Savior, and another one is the clip yesterday I do on voice practicing, because I need to put out more of those actual voice practicing clip instead of the funny ones, you know. Because I've been at least try to entertain people as content, but I do need to put some official training clip, else people would just think I'm not really serious with what I'm trying to do. So yeah, sorry for the silence. It's raining outside, and it's raining very, very heavily. I just worried that I closed my window or not. Yes, I did. Good. And let's do some slow pace yapping and also a little bit of promotions too. If anyone still didn't remember that well, I'm going to make my official Vtuber debut on 6th of September. And if anyone know why I say 6th of September instead of like how you are saying on the American side, I usually say September 6th, because this time you guys really need to bear with me on this one. 6th of September, 6969. And everyone in the world use this kind of format almost, so just bear with me using this format too, just for the joke. But yeah, I'm going to like plant in all my like anniversary time, all my like my debut anniversary, my like VTuber anniversary, my like streaming anniversary, or my video content creation anniversary. Every day I would just land it right smack that on that day. Why? Because I have zero memory of when I actually started. So I'm not those kind of people who kind of like sensitive to date. Well, I don't really have the voice of the void. Funny enough, it's like he's supposed to don't have any voice at all. And when he actually talks, he talks like multiple people talking at the same time, because practically he is the gateway to the different universe, parallel world, time, space, anything like that. So when I actually start speaking like a void, it would function very, very differently. It's like multiple versions of me is speaking, but having that is very, very, very difficult. Like even like using voice mod, it might be a little bit difficult to use it properly. Let me go off a little bit. I need to take a look at this. Now, triple echo effect does not work properly the way I want it. It's more like multiple people speaking at the same time, not multiple version of me speaking at the same time. You know? It's like, I am not the only one that decided to talk. There's like 8 version of me that decided to talk. There's million, quintillion, gazillion of me. But only 8 decided to learn how to talk. And then 7 decided to do this kind of like thingy thing to communicate with humans, and one of them is a female version of me. So yeah, like that's a lot. That at least I need to work out like 6 to like 7 voice that's in there if I really need to talk like that. Now, echo pitch is just echo on one particular voice. If I really need to do it, it become like 5, 6, 7. Like I need to do a lot. It's not really possible. I can add like tiny bit of delay on each voice, but that be all. And then it's going to be like on paper, like having like a lot of like people voices and echo voice on paper, it sounds really nice, but when I have to officially start talking, like chatting with people, it's not really audible. Trust me. I don't really have too much time to plan out too much things. Like you see, I'm doing lots of art commissions as my work to at least let me afford some food for myself to eat. But now I need to like put everything on hold just to like work out with like all the planning I'm going to do. But even that, I'm just a one-man army. I don't really have time for it that much, so I only can do minimum amount of stuff, like have a little bit like debut artwork created, not like artwork, like art asset stuff. Like usually people like have a list of like what they like, don't like, this and that, yeah, that stuff, what they do. And I'm also making a new outfit for my characters here. Actually, I've been drawing it on stream quite lots of times, so lots of people might already know what I'm doing. But yeah, like I have to draw my outfit, and then have to do a little bit touch up on my rigging, this and that, yeah, that stuff. Yes, I actually do the art and rig myself, so everything is much more, you know. Nah, it didn't come off as rude. It's just like normal people would assume that way. Because like, again, it's like it requires a lot of effort to do a lot of things. Since I'm just a one-man army, it's going to be very difficult. I also want to do quite a lot of things too, but again, I also have to accept the reality I do not have money, and I'm not exactly that skilled enough to do everything that I wanted to do. And if I have the money and then I have ideas, then I can do anything I want, but I don't exactly have in the first place. Like I say again, I'm not like a most like VTuber have a job so they can pay for their stuff. I don't really have one, so I have to do everything myself. All this UI I have, all this like even like the clapping cut I have, like all the graphic I did, all the model I made, even animations I do, everything I am doing it myself. And when it comes to like OBS setting, OBS this, OBS that, like a lot of like fun setting, even bot setting, all those things, same, I made it myself. I even write programming it myself. Like I'm not bragging I'm actually multi-talent. It's not everything I do is like perfect or like working properly, because I am not a professional in the first place, but I have to do it myself because I can't like pay people to do it for me. So I'm practically a super one-man army. While a lot of people, like a lot of VTubers that say they are also a one-man army, I don't think they literally would do OBS programming themselves to that level. Like the hardest stuff, they will still try to save money, like to pay for it, and like they still have jobs to do, so they don't really have too much like issues. If they really need something done, they can just pay for people. I have zero of that options. That's why I literally have to do everything myself. So I have to learn how to do this, learn how to do that, always constantly learning non-stop. Of course, again, a lot of people does that too. I'm not really sure I'm on the higher level of that or just like the medium level of that. I have no ideas. This is why I'm trying to like get into voice acting, because talking is the only thing I'm not struggling at. So it's the only thing that I can sort of like do properly as a job to be able to earn money. Yes, even I know how to draw properly. I can't always do drawing. My drawing requires like a huge concentrations, and if I'm not feeling well that day, I can't concentrate at all. For me, like talking, if I'm not feeling well that day, I still can't talk. That's the more beneficial of that. Besides, when it comes to like drawing, my artwork is still, if you're trying to like compare to a lot of like pro one or like even like the higher mid tier, I'm still really lacking, and I'm not really known. So getting people to art commission me is actually pretty difficult. And I also very self-conscious that I'm not good enough sometimes. So even when I finish it, I will still not charge people a lot of money. Well, currently the only way that I can make people to pay for me is like using the gank account that I put it in my description. Aside from that, there's not a lot. And Geek-san, the moral support have a space there. Geek is a different. Moral support is just a gap. And no, I'm good. Yeah, YouTube keep changing stuff. I really hate that. They keep refreshing the bot's memory. It might become like issues in the futures because I'm planning on turning YouTube into like some like point systems. Like putting a point system into YouTube. So people can do like point action, this and that, yada stuff, you know. You can do that with the bot I'm using, but it required a very heavy amount of like programming into it to make it work. And I really, if that, like I say again, like I know how to do programming, doesn't mean I really want to do it. Like again, if I can pay for someone to actually do the programming for me, and I would gladly pay them, but again, no money. Technically, it's not even programming. It's more like, this one is basically like writing a very like convincing flowchart. Of course, like you do need some programming too. Once you create a file that you have to do read and write into that file, and keep on like make sure it keeps update, this and that, yeah, that stuff. Lots of things. And yeah, also like another promotions, instead of talking about all this thing I've been like having issues with. Instead, just look at here, and you guys already noticed that I have a TCG card game again, and this card game is a very simple rock paper scissors card game. I'm the Vanguard, and then there's the mid lane fighter, and then the back lane fighter. Basically, back lane is like mage and long range, so they do a lot of like attack and stuff like long range. Vanguard can beat like long range, but they can't beat mid range, so those kind of like rock paper scissors game. So yeah. Hi there, mystery box. Yeah, doing great. Yesterday was my break time, so I spent quite a lot of time streaming and have fun. Yeah, I know it's break time and still streaming is a very funny thing. Again, I can't really go out and hang out with friends easily, so yeah. They intend to add more system into it, but so far they're going for the most basic rock paper scissors like system at the moment. In future they will do a lot more stuff. And let me try. I think they add something new. Let me take a look. Yeah, they add something new now. Let me show it to you guys. Okay, oh, shouldn't brought everything out. Okay. So now, as you guys can see, this particular thing that you're looking at, Vtuber is a card game again. Like they are doing much more like inspired by Yu-Gi-Oh thingy, but they are doing it as like a rock paper scissors like style game. So let's scroll the furthest down, I think, to get that. Yeah, they basically have like a lot of like Malaysian Vtuber adding in as a card game in there to promote them, because like if you can see closely, there's like the QR tag that basically you know, there's too many. You know what, just use the media. Oh, they have highlight. Do they have highlight? They just highlight this media. Much more easier to scroll past down. Yes. Which one? Yes, this one. So they have like a very basic like attack system here. They have like a rear guard that can beat each other up. Have middle guard that beat each other up. Vanguard, they are all brain dead, so they just unga bunga, so they don't really fight each other. So they just beat the crap out of the rear guard. So this kind of like type of like systems is in there. It is a physical deck. So sadly to tell you guys, all my audience are from American so far. So good. Of course, like some aren't, but still, again, like you have to come to Malaysia to actually buy this card. Currently, they are releasing this card game in like Animangaki. That is the official debut release of this card game, and yeah. Animangaki have lots of like famous guests like going there. Like one of it, if anyone noticed, is Doki Bird, and then the AKB48, the sister branch, not the main branch. So it's like KLP or something. I forgot the full group name. Let me take a look again. There's lots of people going there. The KLP48? Yes, the KLP48. There's so many people going there. Like, Animangaki is actually quite big in Malaysia. Malaysians have two very big like con for anime, manga, those kind of things. There's like the Animangaki, and then there's the Comic Fiesta. So this two is like holding like in Malaysia. It's actually like one of the few biggest like a con that we have in Asia. So yeah, again, like that they do quite a lot of things, and it's actually quite affordable too. They made it just for promotional means, so it's not exactly that expensive in the first place. It's just like 40. There is going to be like how are you going to say it? Like there's going to be like 40 Vtuber in there in this card pack, so it's cost 40. Each Vtuber costs like 1 ringgit, and if you convert to dollars, it's really not a lot. And we give you guys a lot of freebie, a card that instructions, and like a few card double X instructions and this and that, yeah, that stuff, and then some sticker from the crew members, and then also like some like those kind of like, you know, like if you play Yu-Gi-Oh, you have those kind of like board stuff, like yeah. They again like they model almost like quite a lot of things from the Yu-Gi-Oh and some other card game. I don't think it works that way too. Like it's again, this is a launching card game, so it's relatively in a sense unknown to a lot of people. I don't think people decided to buy it and then sell on eBay, because it's not something that, you know, widespread yet. It's just this is their first step getting into card game. So they decided to go for, you can use the same deck for doing multiple different games. That is, I think that is like what they kind of like trying to plan. I'm not really sure. They have a lot of plan, basically, in the futures. But so far they're going for the basic first to let people get familiarized like with this kind of things, and then they will create a digital version out, and this and that, yeah, that stuff. I did have like one video out that is basically reveal as much character as I can at that time. There's more people out there right now. I think they fully like released the entire deck out one by one already. We can take a look at it. Let me have a little bit live look at myself first. Yep. Post. Nah, just go to media, I guess. Like, there's too many people like share this thing like out spam. This is this first 6 card, 1 2 3 4 5 6. This first 6 card is the creator of this like Vita show, because like, again, it's an indie trading card game that produced by the Slice of 6 crew. Of course, there's 6 people there. Imagine saying like slide of 6 and then you lack of 6 people there. It's like Akatsuki. Yeah, you have like 10 people and then there's 12 people there. Or organization 13 that always have organization 15. So everyone have a little bit like video they can have here.
Don't be afraid. I will be your light to shine upon every corner of your world.
Like everyone have a quote in their card.
I believe that together we can write the future.
Like everyone have a little bit of things like going on. Ooh, this one have a cool armor. Let's see this one.
Your battle is my battle, so let's win this together.
Yeah, this one have a very Fire Emblem vibe. And this is Eyebrow, the person who gave me the Vgen code, so I can do quite a lot of stuff from it. My quote is like ridiculous. Because everyone are trying their best to give like their best one-liner, and then I just like do the most stupid shit in the world. Oh, this one I really like it, but he used the stereo thing because like the card is here. I was like, holy shit, this sounds so official. Like, this dude sounds so official. And then my like went full like you can hear it.
무슨 일이 있어도 여러분들에게 따뜻한 마음으로 노래하고 싶네요.
Yeah, she went full Korean. And I think like her card is the best example of the card that if you really want to play that game, like, you know, like the game that you kind of like had to like the eye tracking thing, so you have to like, where are you looking at? Where are you looking at? Where are you looking at? Those kind of like eye tracking challenge thingy. Okay. Let's yeah, this is the rest is the VEP member, and I'm here.
Hello there, my name is Kiray and I am your void with a voice, and I just realized I ran out of time.
I yapped too long. My quote is actually legitly that the original one I wrote is like really long, so I cannot like contain within 5 seconds. So I figure out like, well, I can't do that in the first place. So let's do the talk too much to the point that I ran out of time.
Hey, you wouldn't happen to have any snacks on you, would you?
There's lots of people in the car. Like, if you guys like go to Twitter and manage to find the V show, and then just take a look at that post.
I'd like to see you try.
There's so many talented people here. Funny thing is, I'm the most relatively unknown one in there amongst the group. Again, like I'm not really active in like Malaysian VTubing like communities. So when I managed to join like VP from the Project Orbit thingy, I kind of are the most, I won't really say outcast, is more like the most unknown one among them. So they kind of like a little bit like guarded against me because some very basically something happened in the entire community, so they're a little bit guarded around that time. And then when I somehow pop into it right around that time, so I feel like an outsider back then. Now I'm not already, you know, like they know I'm just a friendly person. Well, again, like it's not like I'm saying like everyone is like have to be known or something. I mean, like, not a lot of people as like VTuber usually know each other's in most communities. And funny thing is, like, within in Malaysia's, almost everyone know each other's. Almost everyone here know each other's, except me. So I'm practically an outsider in some sense, sometimes in some conversations. The reason is because I rarely actually interact with any other Malaysian VTuber at all. Almost none. Until recently. So I also don't know most of them. I seen them once I started like this year. But like Crow, Eyebrow, Kurisu, and then the rest of VP member. If it's not like Project Orbit decided to create like VP like initiative, it's going to like be I would be stay within like the unknown Malaysian VTuber. It's like nobody would know I'm Malaysian in the first place. Why I keep insisting I'm Malaysians, because like here's the thing, like sometimes I do show my face when I do streaming, and you know, sometimes some people really just have like that high level of Chinese people hate because I'm Malaysian Chinese. Like sometimes you can hear some ugly word out there, but I am a Malaysian, so I'm not exactly like from like, you know, like the location where it's hated. So when I have to went on some time to actually like state that I'm Malaysians more than once, because why I'm sensitive to this kind of things, because back in the days I was actually a normal streamer before I was a VTuber. So around that time COVID happened, you know, and then the Asian hate is like really big back then. I literally went on hiatus because of how ugly my chat is around that time. Like I just finally managed to like get a rise up from my streaming too, like second rise up too. The first one is stupid, unless you guys really want to listen to the story again. It's going to be very annoying. Basically, long story short, I used to be a big streamer back in the day in Facebook. Yes, just in Facebook. I have around 10 to like 25k concurrent viewer. Yes, you can kind of like think like back in the days people struggle with like 200 or like 1k. I can get like 25k. That is big. That is 25k technically is just my peak. Generally, I would have stay within like 6 to 10k of people of watching me back then. But back in the days, like streaming is still new. They just started to become a thing. And then Facebook also like dabble in like streaming thing. But it's not really like, it's just there for fun back then. And I was interested in streaming stuff because I want to become a content creator. So I decided to try out streaming. But I'm only doing like testing stream on like Facebook. But my testing stream has been slowly like having like a lot of people joining in for some reason, because like mainly again I do a lot of like OBS tutorial back in the days. It was like 7 to 8 years ago. OBS back then is not that user friendly, so almost everything you see here it doesn't exist. You have to literally program the shit out. I learned how to program OBS, like learn how to make this and that, that stuff, transitions, this and that, just purely from like the sheer will of like forcefulness to actually do this. Let me try to do this. Open a browser. So just create like one browser here. Now take a look at this custom CSS. This custom CSS is basically, back then it used to have this thing like on almost every single source. Now it's just only browser have it. Every single source used to have a certain level of custom CSS in there, and you have to literally program the shit out of the things to be able to make it function properly. So you really have to do a lot of shit to make it happen. And then I was doing a lot of like 3D animations, so I also like gained a lot of attraction back then just to do that. And the peak viewer that I get like even like high boost of like viewer is actually back then when I was starting to play a Spider-Man game like 7 years ago. There's so many people there's just so many people can't play because it's just released on like PS4, and so I think it's because of that. Also, lots of people are interested in Spider-Man, so like I end up like gain like way more audience than I thought I can have. Like back then, having like around like a few hundred people watching me is already a lot, and that's like a lot of stuff happening around that time when I streaming on Facebook. It's basically, even though I have a very like high concurrent view count, the Facebook I was like the page I was using for the Facebook to do streaming is my actual account. My actual name is there and address and everything. So I'm basically low-key like doxing myself. Having like 25k live viewer is like a lot. I'm not saying like view, I'm saying live view. They are watching me live, like 25k pair of eyes. Like it does make a man's worry, you know? Especially around that time, it's like the peak of like the third generation of like those YouTuber having a lot of like scandal and shit's happening there. You know, having a little bit people like stalking issues, this and that, that stuff, or like they get dogs, this and that. Like a lot of people having like this kind of drama around that time. So I am a little bit afraid back then. So I trying to change my page name at least to sort of like low-key prevent that kind of like shit happens. That was like around when I'm starting to have like 2k viewer, and I sent it to there's a button for me to change my page name, but it's a very stupid system back then in Facebook, that if you request that kind of things, let's go back to the other. So if you request that kind of things, actually they will actually a dude that will receive the email and then reviewed it, And because I just changed my name without say what why or like the reason why to change my page name, they just flat out rejected. I wait for like 3 weeks for that like rejection come, and then I sent another one again afterward. That one was with a lot more like explanations. Hey, this is my actual name now, this and that, yeah, that stuff, and I need to change my name to prevent doxing, this and that, and send. And then I wait for literally 2 months until they reply. Around that time, again, I say Spider-Man came out, I do this, do that. I already start, because I bought like a very cheap game capture card. So I'm starting to capture like my PS4 gameplay. I play Monster Hunters, like Ratchet and Clank, like those kind of games, or Bloodborne, and lots of people watching me around that time. And then the peak I get is actually Spider-Man. So, yeah. When I start playing Spider-Man, like I started to get like 6K, 7K. It just keep rising every single time I live playing that game. Every single day, like it just add an additional like 1,000 of people there. I was like, how that many people want to watch me play Spider-Man? I was like, gosh dang it, I'm just role-playing Batman in Spider-Man game. Yeah, like just basically doing lots of stupid stuff. Because in Spider-Man game, you can go for like very like gung-ho style, just drop in and just beat the crap out of everyone. For me, I tend to play the stealth Spider-Man, so I just like full on just Batman into it, Batman role into the game. But either way, again, like I yap off my topic. But yes, I tried to change my name and then wait for like around like 2 months-ish, and they finally sent me a reply. And what they reply is, this is not a good valid reasons, and due to the system, you can only request like page name changing for 2 times. So we are going to lock out your ability to send this send like name changing message again. And I see the button to change my page name has been like grayed out. I can't click it at all. Yeah. So it sounds very stupid, right? Around that time, I of course like back then I already start having a little bit scared when I have like 600-ish people, and then I already want to change my name. And then imagine like you have 25k and then you got locked out the ability to change your name. So definitely back then I was a little bit scared, but also very frustrated and angry back then. It's like I wrote so many things, so many valid reasons, and then you tell me it's not a valid reasons, and now I'll be like, this is bullshit. I just immediately went to the setting and then just delete the page. Yes, I didn't just close off the page. I didn't just deactivate the page. I didn't just hide the page or unpublish the page. I literally delete the page. It asked me 3 times to do it too. Like, are you sure? Are you sure? Are you sure? And I say yes. Because back in the days I was studying engineering, so I thought I would just like become like, I'm just doing this for fun, so I never have any remorse like deleting this thing. And then nowadays I'm like full into content creation. Looking back then, I was like, why I delete that? Yeah, like it's stupid. And also like every single time I talk about this story, I was like afraid people like, I don't believe you. Show me the proof. Show me the evidence. I can't show you the evidence. I delete the entire page. Like it's dangerous to keep that page on either way, because like main thing is like my name is there. I can't even show you, even I wanted to. Like yeah, like this is a very like difficult topic. If people like that don't believe the jack shit I say, just like want me to prove it would be very, very difficult to do it. And then I was like, you know what, I delete the Facebook page anyway. I got enough practice. I got 25k people before, I can do it again. So I went to Twitch and start streaming. But Again, I didn't migrate to Twitch. I just instantly delete the page without any single word. So I had a community in there. I just like delete the page and then just, you know, F off. F off Facebook, you know, and nobody would know I moved to Twitch. And I also like put my in-game name as my streamer name overnight. Yeah, it's literally called overnight. Because back then when I study engineering, I just stay overnight and do all my work. So it's just that. Yeah, so I was like, here's the thing. If you have a lot of like good conversation with people, and then like have like 25k level people, and then live view level of people, like in general, that is a peak, but in generally it's just like 10 to 12k, but still there's lots of people watching me. And then I just suddenly moved to Twitch, stuck in zero for maybe like a solid year or two. I'm not kidding, I literally stuck in zero for a year or two. It's kind of, in a way, lots of people might think about it too, is very big change. Let me drink a little bit of water first. Everyone hydrate a little bit. Yeah, like I do everything I tried to do in Facebook back then, like the games I do, the OBS, like teaching people how to use OBS thingy. Twitch and Facebook are very, very different how they gain viewer and stuff. Facebook, you keep scrolling past your feed, you will see someone streaming in the there, and then you can just keep watching the stream. Twitch doesn't really have those kind of things. Twitch only, they don't recommend people stuff. So long, if you are the underbarrel, you are always forever underbarrel. If you don't have other things to promote you, nobody would notice you. It's that plain fact. Because Twitch only are for established streamers, content creator to be in there. To be honest, a lots of people trying to become the best streamer of the world, trying to be, they starting off in Twitch, this and that. Trust me, a lot of people are going to be very depressed in there, like especially the people in the bottom barrel list, because like again, like Twitch really reluctant to show anyone in the bottom barrel, so it's really hard to get discovered. So literally stuck in there for like 2 years. This is why again, every single time when people ask me their opinion about Twitch, I will always tell this: I hate Twitch. I don't really like Twitch. The entire system they have is bullshit. How they moderate stuff is bullshit. Like, even like YouTube are very bad at moderate stuff. At least they're consistent with it. The moderations. Like, Twitch is literally a bullying a certain range of people because they like it. I'm not kidding. They literally have people doing porn in there. And then what do they get? 3 days of ban. A Vtuber shows a little bit of side boobs in their model showcase, banned for like a solid 3 weeks. I was like, holy shit, how? Hold on, I need to get this. Sorry, it's the hospital calling me for the doctor's appointment and stuff. But yeah, like, Twitch is not a very good place. And especially for my particular skills, is like, I'm doing drawing. Twitch people come to watch Twitch, watch people play games, and drawing is not really like a big thing over there. And then aside from that, like people playing game, and of course like Just Chat, but Just Chat is just a cesspool of people in bikini. I'm not kidding. Here's the thing. Anyone can do a challenge, like create a YouTube and then try to stream and then scroll down the Just Chat sections. Like if you get banned, means like nah, they're not doing anything good in there. Like my skill is my streaming skill, one of it is not just drawing, and so like just being very knowledgeable and then talk about lots of stuff. I can talk about C, I can talk about science, I can talk about rocket. I'm not kidding, I already know rocket science. I can talk about like programming, can talk about like artwork, can talk about poem. I'm not kidding. I'm not saying I'm multi-talent, it's just that I'm the kind of person who learn way too much stuff for no reasons, just because I like it. I study engineering and then also study 3D animation, so I know quite a lot of things in both fields. So, and even my engineering is like mechatronic engineering, so I can talk about like electronical engineering, mechanical engineering, physics stuff, IO programming, because like mechatronic engineering is like a little bit like on the machinery and stuff too. So it's basically like a robotic, but not exactly doing robotic job. It's more like industrial machinery robotic. But again, like my job, my skill in my stream is to chat with people, you know, have fun, like talking shit, and yapping. And Just Chat have way too many people in there, and you try to like, here's the thing. If you guys can, it's going to hurt your eyes doing it, but if you guys can, open Twitch, try to click into Just Chat category, and try to scroll down. And try to use the timer, time it. How long will you be able to keep scrolling down until you reach people who have 0 view? They do not have the option for you to view lowest to highest. They removed that option a long time ago because they know the bottom of the barrel is a cesspool in Just Chat, so they just disable that options. So if you try to do Just Chat content only and then you're stuck in the bottom of the barrel, good luck. I'm not kidding. You literally have to like do lots of things. Nah, Factorial is. I don't really like those kind of factory stuff, to be honest. It's like an automation stuff, but you do require lots of like calculations to do things like efficiently, properly, and then like every item have a failure rate, and then basically mechatronic engineering is like they know the both side of the spectrum on the electronical stuff and then the mechanical stuff, and then they also have the third skill is actually for industrial like machineries, automations. Yes, you can kind of say that, but they basically practically like the admin among like business studies. You know, they know a little bit of everything. And it's also because they know a little bit of everything. Normally they place an automation job is the best, but generally here's the thing, it's a lazy job. If you study mechatronic engineering, if you imagine land a job in like in a factory, automation factory, all you do is just sit there in the office, not even office to be honest, it's more like a basically a place that you have to monitor stuff. Instead of like a guard duty, you sit there and watch a CCTV. You as a mechatronic engineer, especially a degree graduate one, you don't have to go in there and do too much like hard work stuff. The maintenance crew will do it. Your job is to sit there, look at the final result number of the day, compare it with the last month one, see the efficiency, how much failure rate do you have, like, because like not every single, they will kind of like misprint stuff, or like the machine like keep the flow, sometimes they make like a mistake 1 or 2. You have to keep reading the average of the mistake the machine made to know when do you actually need to start to do maintenance on the thing. Because like sometimes maybe like some blade is like crooked, or like some blade is dull, or some belt is like sliding because the teeth is not there anymore. You have to like know a lot of those kind of things. Like basically the moment you see the average is dropping, then you will start the call and initiate the maintenance, because usually automation factory, they do not take a break. The moment you take a break is money lost. So what they try to do their best is to just see the average. They don't mind have like a few defect into the production line, long as it doesn't like go across a certain threshold to have like too many defect. So once it like reached that certain threshold, you need to view on the other things that where did the defect originate from, and then where specific production line having issues, and then you have to like sort of like fix it, this and that, yeah, that stuff. You basically you just have to pinpoint the issues and then do the maintenance, and do it fast. It's just that. That's your job. Your job literally is to take a look. Just to look at numbers and then just say, technically you don't even have to be that specific. All you need to do is just looking at the average from like the past engineer already passing down. It's like if you take over the job, and then like all you need to do is just look over the report that written by the past engineer that did this, and then that past engineer most likely is your boss now, so you can just ask them like take a look at it too. You don't even have to take a look at it. And they just be like, yeah, you see this, next time you see a difference, then you just initiate a maintenance protocol. Like that's your job. See the difference in number. Nowadays you don't even have to do it, because computer is that good to know like which part have some issues in it. You just sit there and look pretty, to be honest. And write report, of course. Like computers can't write report, so at the end you still have to write down some report to your higher up, this and that, yeah, that stuff. Okay, this is the computer statistic, this thing and that thing, this is what they read, we have this kind of defect, this many things, and suggest that to improve or replace like some like things in the future, this and that, yeah, that stuff. Like, it's basically your job. That is your job. That is mechatronic in a nutshell. If you really want to work in like factory automation factory line. So it's kind of like a rad job. Hold on a bit. My dad's calling me. Hold on a bit. I might have to go off because my dad, I think they have some like electricity issues, so my dad like have to like fix it, have to like turn off the big red button, so I have to go off. Hold on a bit, and maybe we'll come back again later on. So far you guys have to just wait for me, I guess, or until the next scheduled stream come back again. Alright then, bye bye.